Let's make asparagus soup in 120 seconds. Let's get it. Step 1, mise everything up. Mise en place just means get everything ready. Step 2, get pan nice and hot. Touch your butter in. Let that melt down. Once that butter is fully melted, we're going in with our garlic, shallots, and onion. We're gonna go ahead and cook those down, sweat them down, make them nice and soft. Even put a little bit of color per se. All right, guys, got some color on that. It's all cooked down, nice and soft per se. We're gonna go ahead and slide this to us just because of the way it's set up. A little steamy. We're gonna add leeks and celery to this. Let that cook down, get all that soft. All right, guys, you could be like me and not have a pan big enough for all of your soup. To the initial starting point, you're gonna need a larger pot. If you want a smaller amount, then you're gonna have to half it. But with the amount of flavor that I get out of it, I put a lot of product in there, and then it's gonna break down to a little because I'm gonna blend it all up. So we're gonna go ahead and get the asparagus going on another pot here, just with some simple butter. And then all you're doing is softening it up enough to cook it. I'm also going to go ahead and throw my basil in there right now as well, just in my main pot. All right, guys, we got the asparagus in, and we got this cooking down very, very, very nicely. So, yeah, let's just let it reduce down now, and we'll be back. Don't forget, keep stirring. Have to keep stirring. Don't want anything to burn. Just going to go on with a little bit of salt. Nothing crazy. Couple sprinkles. All right, guys, once it's nice and soft, we're going to go ahead and mix them both together. I'm going to go asparagus into here, get all that juice, all that extra everything. Let's get it in there. Let's get them married. All right, guys. Go ahead and mix that up together. All those flavors blended up. All right, guys. Let's go in with your heavy cream. Go in with your chicken stock. If you poke 2 holes in it like I did with your knife, it will flow out a lot easier. And then just, if you have any of the chicken base, just go ahead and finish it up. I only have a little bit, so is it worth putting in? But I have a whole one in there too I put in there. So let's have this right here. And last but not least, guys, we're going to go ahead and throw in some white bread. It could be any white bread you like. You could put it in there whole. I don't tend to put the butt in there usually because it's a lot of the outer. It's a little bit harder to break down, but you're going to be blitzing this all down together, so it will all come together. So just let it get in there, let it get soggy. You can rip it up. You can put it in there whole, whatever you fancy. And, of course, look who decided to make a visit. Tucker Mason, bringing his ball right in the way. And then, yeah, just go ahead and push all that bread in there. Let's get it soaked in there, saturated. We're going to let it sit for just a few minutes just to kind of incorporate everything, and then we're going to blend. Hey, guys, it got up to a boil. Now we're just going to blend it up, my Ninja. Hopefully Ninja wants to go ahead and give us a sponsorship. But, yeah, we're going to go ahead and blend it up. Takes a little bit of time for a little blender like this. But we're going to get through it. I'll see you in a minute. We're also going to utilize the Oster Classic to see because it's got a soup function on it. So we're going to see which one's better. Ninja or the... This is what I got going. This is going to be the difference between them. Let me get... So look, this is what you're going to get. This is your end product. This is a double blitz. The Oster is working out real well. But you see how this is real coarse, real chunky. You can still see the pieces of asparagus in there. Well... with this one, see how it's nice and smooth, a more defined color across? That's what you're looking for. So I did a double blend on this. You're only going to fill your blender about, if you have Vitamix, or if you have a blender, then you're only going to want to fill it about 3/4 of the way full, so that way the viscosity stays there in it, and you actually have some room for it to develop. But yeah, so blend it down. If you have a immersion blender or something like a stick, then you don't have to worry about this. You just keep going until it's the consistency you like. All right, guys, this should be your end product. All we're going to do now is just heat it up, bring it to a boil. Be very careful when you do this, as it is cream-based, so you know it will burn. But we're just going to heat it up, and then we're going to season the taste. I'm using salt, pepper, Kinder Smokehouse salt and pepper, and then a little celery salt as well. It doesn't need too much, but yeah. All right, guys, last step. After heating it up and everything, I've transferred it. If you've seasoned it to taste, it's at the consistency I like. What we're going to do is now we're going to run it through a chamois a very fine mesh sieve. Takes a lot longer if we don't use a chinois, but chinois are the best in my opinion. And then we're just going to make it to a more consistent texture. So we'll see. And here's your final product, guys. Tucker approved.